All right, this one appears good. Test, test. Okay. So, let's, yeah. Missed the intro, but that's okay. We'll deal with that. That's deal withable. Oh, come on. There we go. Get game 5. Let's go. Welcome inside the TD Garden, Boston, Mass. You're just in time. We are ready to go. Puck drop and game 5 underway between these two historic rivals, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. Game 5, this series is tied up at 2. Toronto won the first 2 games in this building, promptly went home and lost the next 2. Here's Chara, shot that got blocked, as the Maple Leafs appeared to be firmly in control of the series, but since coughed up the 2-0 lead, and now it's a best of 3 Boston with home ice, of course. Shot stopped there by Anderson as the Maple Leafs thieved home ice from the Bruins, but the Bruins stormed into Toronto and took it right back. Face off to the right here of Frederik Andersen. It's won cleanly by Toronto, and out they'll come. Here is Willie Nylander back to the line. Cody Ceci, his cross-ice pass picked off by Kasha, the back checker, and the Bruins will come back out with it. Up the near side, it's going to be Andre Kasha. His shot stopped by Anderson. He'll freeze that. Yesterday, we had a couple of series ahead. Look at that. Freddie Gauthier leading the Maple Leafs in points now. 9 of them. Last night, we had some series come to closes. Nashville beat the Colorado Avalanche in 5, and the Flames over the Winnipeg Jets also in 5. Those 2 teams, Nashville and Calgary, will battle in the Western Conference Final. Big hit here, Brendan Carlo on the near side, and the Bruins will come out as the Bruins and Maple Leafs battle for the right to play in the Eastern Conference Final. And in the middle of drive, they score! Torrey Krug, a one-timer from the point! It's 1-0 Boston! Torrey Krug, his second of the playoffs. Not really set to handle that was Frederik Andersen, and Krug just blasts that one by him. Not sure if he just didn't pick it up cleanly, but the Maple Leafs, for the second straight game, will surrender an early goal. 2 minutes and 41 seconds in, Ritchie and Carlo will get the assists on the Torrey Krug marker. And the Toronto Maple Leafs down early to the Boston Bruins here in Game 5. Put in deep by Boston after the goal. Gathered there by Rasmus Sandin into the lineup tonight. Now it's Kerfoot. Here is Alex Kerfoot, drops off Sandin, picked off by Kevin Miller, and Miller will take it out. Miller, he's got men going to the net, stops up, waits, goes back to the line, Grzelcyk. DeBrusk, up top, Bjork. Miller down the boards, David Krejci. Up to Miller, Anders Bjork shoots it, good stick save made by Frederik Andersen. Grzelcyk in front, now drops off to DeBrusk. He just pestered there, couldn't get a shot away, shot from the line, Grzelcyk. Blocked, goes wide. Now in front, Jake DeBrusk again. DeBrusk will shoot that, a good glove save. Deflect that away by Freddie Andersen. Up top, Grzelcyk, in from the point. Back to the line, Miller, tip, scores! 2-0 Boston. David Krejci. Bruins take a 2-0 lead before the game's 5 minutes old. All kinds of pressure on the Leafs. Eventually they succumb and surrender the second goal of the hockey game. .445 the time of that goal, and the Maple Leafs in some early trouble here in Game 5. As here come the Boston Bruins once more. Par Lindholm leading the rush. Lindholm to the line, to the back, to the Chara. He's going to let it go. Goes high and wide. Maple Leafs get it out. Here with it, Jason Spezza. Over the line, shooting. Good stop by Tuukka Rask. This is exactly the start the Boston Bruins were after. That like Clifford, a shot blocked. Freddie Gauthier taken away from him. Game 6 of this series tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Here's Wagner right in front to Chara. Good stop by Anderson. Nearly made it 3-0 Boston early. Here's Brad Marchand, though. Marchand tries to go in front, take it away from him, and now here's Austin Matthews. Mitch Marner over to the far side. Carlo got it to Marchand. Pasternak to the near side. Bergeron, a shot. Good save made, kicked out with the left pad by Frederik Andersen. Now Hyman takes a hard hit there, and a penalty coming to the Boston Bruins. First power play will go to the Maple Leafs. Here's Marner. Back over to the far side, a drive. Save the rebound, Marner shot. Good stop made by Rask. Finally touched up by the Bruins. Charging is the call on Patrice Bergeron. Yeah, Bergeron, a pretty healthy run there on Zach Hyman. And the Boston Bruins will have their first penalty kill to deal with of the afternoon. Look at the shots, 10-2 for the Boston Bruins. Hopefully the Leafs hoping to generate some shots on goal here. There's one from a real sharp angle. John Tavares, not hard to deal with at all for Tuukka Rask. He'll cover that up. As what a collapse this would be for the Maple Leafs, leading the series 2-0. They've, in all the series, the recent wars they've had with the Boston Bruins, never had a 2-game advantage. Never won the first 2 in Boston. They completed that in this series. Lost the next 2 at home in Toronto, and now face a 2-0 deficit early in Game 5. What a collapse that would be for the Maple Leafs to cough up a 2-games lead. And a shot from a sharp angle, this time from Matthews, covered up by Rask. He'll hold on to that. As Austin Matthews and his team trying to get back into this game, cut the lead to 1. Generate some shots on goal even would be nice. Tavares wins the draw. Nylander over to the far side. Marner now to Riley. His shot through traffic. Missed, but not by very much. But the Bruins will get a clear here. With it here, Morgan Riley up the near side. Willie Nylander over to the far side. Comes Tavares. The Toronto captain into the middle. Great defensive play there by Brandon Carlo to break up that cross-ice feed. And now the Maple Leafs have control here. Morgan Riley in his own zone. Riley starts out. Comes up Willie Nylander. Nylander up top. Morgan Riley. Riley a backhander. Save the rebound. Riley. Another shot there. Nylander on the one-timer. Goes wide. Bruins will clear. That'll do it for the Maple Leaf power play. We're back to even strength here. Here's Ilya Mikheyev through the neutral zone for Toronto. Mikheyev walking into the middle. There's Janssen. Shoots, scores! Andreas Janssen, his 4th of the postseason. And Toronto's cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. Right as the power play expired, Mikheyev from the high slot. What a beautiful shot. High glove. Maybe cheating a bit to the blocker side was Tuukka Rask. And beating him up high was Andreas Janssen. Who, you know what, in these playoffs, back in the first round series against Tampa Bay, when he got hot, he got hot. So maybe that is a positive sign that Andreas Janssen might be heating up to go on a bit of a tear here for the Maple Leafs. As here comes the Toronto Maple Leafs back the other way. Kyle Clifford up to Jason Spezza. Spezza now tries to make a little move around his man. Can't backhander from right in front. Kyle Clifford. Good glove save made by Tuukka Rask. He'll hold on to that with 9.5 to play here in the first period. 2-1. Boston leads. Big swing game here in Game 5. Series tied up at 2 apiece. These two teams guaranteed to play at least 6. But it always seems destined that when these two teams link up in the postseason, it'll go 7. And unfortunately for the Maple Leafs of late, it's been the demon that the Boston Bruins get their goat in 7 games. Usually the series comes in the first round. This time it comes in the Eastern Conference semifinal. As here's Ondrej Kase. Kase drops off Kevin Miller. Charlie Coyle in behind the net. Now back to the line. Torrey Krug walks in. Krug shoots. Stop made by not Rask, but Freddie Anderson. A good save there. Kyle Clifford drops off. Torrey Krug the intercept. Now Coyle gets it from Nick Ritchie. Ritchie got it back. Dropped off Kasha. Krug takes it in. He's got it right at the side of the goal. Krug shot save the rebound. Scores Nick Ritchie. 3-1 Bruins. Tough rebound to kick out for Freddie Anderson, and the Boston Bruins are back on top by 2. Courtesy Nick Ritchie. It's 3-1. "12 minutes and 10 seconds into this one. Freddie Anderson's already coughed up 3. Hard hit there by David Krejci just inside the line. Maybe leads it to a 2-on-1 though for Toronto. Dropped off to the line. Dermott right in front. Tavares, a great shot. Stopped by Rask. Sandin at the line with Tavares. Goes back down the wall. Janssen to Rasmus Sandin. To Andreas Janssen. Sandin again. Now Sandin down the far sideboard. Takes a hard shot there from Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk will get it back, and out he comes. DeBrusk up the far side, right in the middle. Bjork shot it high and wide. Anders Bjork, no, one-timer from the point. Brandon Carlo ripped that one wide as well. Here come the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is Matthews in the middle, Nylander. Back to the point, Rasmus Sandin. Hyman, Nylander. Sandin now knocked out the puck. Willie Nylander. Sandin, a drive high and wide. Krejci in behind his own goal. Gets it up. Here's Anders Bjork. Bjork carries out for Boston. Puts it in deep. David Pasternak. Pasternak tries to center it. Cannot do so. Turned over by Kasperi Kapanen, and the Bruins have it in the offensive zone once more. Bergeron, far side Marchand. Now in the middle, there's Pasternak. Trying to trade there with Chara, but it gets turned over. The Maple Leafs gain control. 5 minutes to go in the first period. 3-1 Boston. Here's a chance there, Matthews. Can't get a shot away, sent down the ice by the Bruins. It'll be icing on Boston. 4:44 remaining in period number 1. As the faceoff comes to the left side of Tuukka Rask, Kasperi Kapanen back to the line. Ceci taken away here by David Pasternak. And now here is Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron over the line, Boston. Dropped off Chara. Now there's Brad Marchand, Zdeno Chara in front, Pasternak. Pasternak just can't get a shot away there. Walks to the high slot. Now he will. Save the rebound. Marchand right there. Good play by Ceci to deny him. And now a chance out front. Good block by Alex Kerfoot. And he'll come out the other way. Kerfoot right in front. Good long stick there of Zdeno Chara to break that one up now. A centering pass on a turnover. Bruins break it up again. Here they come. Brad Marchand. Long shot. Scores! Marchand! Uncorks one over the line. Up over the glove of Freddie Anderson, and it's 4-1 for Boston. That one's about 40 feet out. That is a goal you just can't give up if you're Frederik Andersen. Sees it the whole way. I mean, well placed, but that's just, some might call it vintage. And Freddie Andersen's leash, I would imagine, has become awfully short. Bergeron will get an assist on that. And I believe so will Brandon Carlo. Yes, it is Brandon Carlo, the secondary assist. Late in the first period, 4-1, the Bruins lead. Long shot there, Marner. He craters his stick. Kicks it deep into Boston territory, but they control now. Here's Nordstrom. Over to the near side, Par Lindholm. Lindholm battles there with Riley, and Lindholm takes it away. This was a big concern in game 4 for Toronto. Grzelcyk off the bench, hammers one off the mask. Frederik Andersen will hold on to that. It's the big concern in Toronto for Toronto in game was the fact that they just turned pucks over time and time again in their own zone. And right now, losing a lot of battles. And you'd probably say big, strong Morgan Riley shouldn't be losing a battle to Par Lindholm in the defensive zone, but he just did. Led to a good opportunity for the Boston Bruins. And that almost would have buried the Leafs here in the first period to go down 5-1. Especially on the road to the the reigning President's Trophy winners. Here's Freddie Gauthier out of the corner. He walks to the slot, lets it go. Good stop by Tuukka Rask. Now a 3-on-2 Boston. Andre Kasha got it in. Was denied entry into the zone, however, and the Maple Leafs will put it in deep. No icing. It's going to come off the boards and just roll right to Tuukka Rask, who will cover that one up. 52.5 seconds to go here in the first period. Face off to the left side of Tuukka Rask. One cleanly by the Bruins, sent all the way down the ice. This one will be icing on Boston. With 39 seconds to go in the frame. As EA's got some guys just hanging out inside of each other. That's fine. Little glitch action going on. As here come the Bruins. It's Andre Kasha. Kasha now. Back to the point. Kevin Miller. Miller. He walks into the corner. He's got it right back. A little give and go. There's Tasha. Sharp angle shot. Gets blocked away and goes wide. Ritchie down the boards. Coyle in front. Taking away Willie Nylander. And that'll do it for period number 1. Boston. Ready to play tonight. 4-1 Bruins after 20. The Maple Leafs in some deep trouble here. Boston trying to take a 3-2 series lead back to Toronto tomorrow night. Of course, that'll be a chance to wrap it up. There's the Brad Marchand goal. 4-1 Bruins. Through 1 here in Beantown. Yikes, Toronto. Not a good period. Welcome back inside the TD Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. 16-9, the shots on goal through period 1. The score's even worse. It's 4-1 Bruins as they try to take a 3-2 series lead back to Toronto. And the Maple Leafs take it away in the neutral zone. Here's Austin Matthews. Matthews back to the line. Tyson Barrie, far side, Riley. Now it's going to come to the near side. Hyman a shot, blocked away by Tuukka Rask. Austin Matthews at the line. It comes up, and here with it, David Pastrnak leads a rush for Boston. Pastrnak, one-timer, far side, Marchand scores! Second of the game for Brad Marchand, and it's 5-1 Boston. The route is officially on here in Massachusetts tonight. This afternoon, I should say. It's the Mother's Day Massacre. As the second period, not a minute old. We're not 21 minutes into this one, and the Bruins storm to a 5-1 lead, and somehow Sheldon Keefe thinks it's prudent to keep Frederik Andersen in between the pipes. I mean, maybe he's just gassed. You play tomorrow night. Maybe write this one off, concede it, get Jack Campbell in between the pipes, and give Freddie the rest of the night off, if nothing else. I mean, it certainly isn't a mercy hook. Freddie has been no good tonight. As here are the Bruins again. Charlie McAvoy, a shot up high. Good glove save made by Andersen there. As now that is 5 goals on, I believe, sub-20 shots against Freddie Andersen. 13 saves. So indeed it is 5 on sub-20. It's 5 on 18. Which are the type of numbers you'd expect if the Toronto Maple Leafs had what's Ayers in there? David Ayers or whatever he is. The Zamboni driver for the Marlies. Whose side of the goal it comes. As not a great night from Andersen. Somehow finds his way in between. Somehow stays in between the pipes though. 5-1 Bruins. 3 minutes into the second period, and Charlie Coyle's going to lead a Boston rush. Comes into the near side. There's Kasha. His shot blocked. Puck comes up now. This is Willie Nylander. Nylander. He's got a man out front. Kerfoot. Mikheyev. Sharp angle shot. Stopped by Rask. Nylander now got it in deep. Nylander back to the line. A shot tipped. Rask makes another save. That shot deflected the puck, but took a lot of speed off it, enough for Rask to react. Now there's Ritchie trying to get it back over to DeBrusque, but it's taken away by the Maple Leafs. Here's Ilya Mikheyev. Got it to Kerfoot. Mikheyev back to Sandin. Now a shot through traffic. It's going to come to Kapanen. Kapanen, here's Sandin. Sandin to Kapanen. Now Dermott walks off the point. A great shot and a better save made by Tuukka Rask. Still 5-1 Boston. Trying to chip this one in deep Anders Bjork there. It's out of play. As the Toronto Maple Leafs. Big hit there. Andre Kasha caught by Cody Ceci. 15:09 to play in the second period. Here at the TD Garden. Boston 5. Toronto 1. Spezza up ice Gauthier. Now to Travis Dermott. Here's Rasmus Sandin. He's got it. Turned it over though, and now here come the Bruins. Chris Wagner. Wagner over the line, far side. Wagner stopping and waiting. Back to the line, Charlie McAvoy up top. To the line, Chara stepped into one. It got blocked, and here come the Maple Leafs. Kyle Clifford in front, Freddie Gauthier. Gauthier shoots it. Blocker save made by Tuukka Rask. Here's Spezza. Down the wall it comes Zdeno Chara. Taken there by Kyle Clifford. Now Joakim Nordstrom sends it over to the near side. Bruins get it out. Par Lindholm now. Lindholm on the near side. He's got it in the corner. Back to the point. McAvoy back to Lindholm. McAvoy and Lindholm trade down the wall. Lindholm in deep. Goes back up top. One-timer out front for Nordstrom. Put it wide. Nearly a 6-1 Bruin lead. Spezza back to the middle. Here's Matthews. Shot through traffic. Blocked as Zach Hyman's got it. Matthews again. Tied up along the boards there by Brad Marchand. And here comes Zdeno Chara. Chara now. Goes in up top. Patrice Bergeron. Tries to put it in front, but it's taken away by the Maple Leafs. Mitch Marner's got it. Cody Ceci. Into the middle, Zach Hyman. Hyman will put this one in deep. Kasperi Kapanen right up front. Hyman scores. Zach Hyman cuts the Bruin lead to 5-2. Excuse me. Kasperi Kapanen will get the only assist on that. As the Maple Leafs maybe keep this game on life support. Trailing by 3 here with just over half of regulation to play. But I tell you, a 3-goal deficit in that amount of time is a mountain against the Boston Bruins. There's a reason they were 100-plus points in the regular season. A reason they're the President's Trophy winners. Reason they were Stanley Cup finalists a year ago. Trying to get back to that point this year. Here's Cody Ceci. Ceci turned it over to Brandon Carlo, and out come the Boston Bruins. Carlo will put it in deep. It's up and over the glass. So I sound like a computer glitching out now. Brandon Carlo putting that in deep, up and over the glass in the offensive zone for Boston. 5-2 Bruins lead. 10:44 to play here in this second frame. Jake DeBrusque got the puck. Kevin Miller over to the far side. David Krejci. Krejci lost control. Dermott to Rasmus Sandin. And now here come the Maple Leafs. With it here, this is Tavares. Over to Dermott. Dermott in front. Backhander. Goes just wide. Over to the far side, Janssen. Here's Willie Nylander into the corner. Andreas Janssen. Janssen right up front to Tavares. He scores. Look out. The Toronto Maple Leafs have cut the lead to 2. It's 5-3. And with just under half a regulation to play, all of a sudden the Maple Leafs have life. A couple quick ones. One from Hyman, this one from the captain, John Tavares. And look out for Toronto. Now the Bruins on their heels a little bit. As the Maple Leafs They can get another quick one here. Maybe they do. A one-timer. Nylander got blocked. Nylander up top. Janssen. Back down low. Willie Nylander. Nylander's shot. Blocked. Loose puck squirts over to Andreas Janssen. Janssen takes it out. Janssen back to the line. Barry. A shot through traffic. Blocked and goes wide. Kevin Miller takes a bump there to Tavares. And now here's Nick Ritchie. Toronto can't press for the goal at the risk of giving one up on the other end. Here's Bergeron. Oh, they almost did. Bergeron hit the post. Trying to quell the rebellion here for Toronto. As Bergeron's got it again, carrying it out, it's Brad Marchand. He's got 2 tonight, right in front. Pasternak waiting, shooting, tipped, back to the line from Marchand, but it's picked off, and the Maple Leafs got it right back. Here's Tyson Barrie over the line. Barrie shoots, stop made by Rask. Torrey Krug's got it. Krug to David Pasternak. Over to the far side, Marchand. Back to Pasternak. He winds and fires. A great stop made by Frederik Andersen. Who all of a sudden is in contention in this hockey game. 5-3 Bruins. They led 5-1, but 2 quick ones from the Maple Leafs have them with a little bit of life now. 6.5 to play in the second period. Here is Bergeron in behind the net. Back to the line, McAvoy. Rimmed around the boards. Right out front, Mikheyev. Now he's got it at the line. McAvoy's got it through his own neutral zone. Sends it back up. That is for Bergeron. Anders Bjork now on the near side. Chara stepping into one. His shot didn't get anywhere, and here come the Maple Leafs. Up the far side, Ilya Mikheyev. Kasperi Kapanen and Mikheyev. Waiting, walking in, firing it. Goes wide after the good stop steered into the corner by Rask. Right out front it comes. Now here's Jake DeBrusk. He steps over the line. He's got a partial break. Good back check by Dermott. A shot DeBrusk. Stopped by Andersen. He'll hold on. As the Toronto Maple Leafs trailing 5-1 in this one. They've cut the lead to 5-3, and they have it through center here. It's Jason Spezza. Over to the far side, Dermott. Shot steered aside by Tuukka Rask. Jason Spezza is playing on the fourth line in these playoffs, but had a pretty big goal in Game 3 against Tampa Bay. It was an overtime winner. Here's a chance, Parlindholm. Great stop by Andersen. He'll freeze that. 4:20 to go here in this second period. Right after this, we head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we'll have the Pittsburgh Penguins with a chance to wrap up their series against the Carolina Hurricanes. Is the Maple Leafs now have a little bit of momentum, but it's in danger as they'll take a penalty. And they'll send the Bruins to the power play. It is Jason Spezza going off for tripping. As Boston will get their first man advantage of the afternoon. Cody Ceci up the far side to Zach Hyman. Hyman tries to put this one in deep. Goes off the piece of curved glass just inside his own bench, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off will come just outside the Maple Leaf blue line. 14-12, Bruins lead in draws. They'll lose that one, and here's Rasmus Sandin leading a short-handed rush for Toronto. Sandin had it poked off his stick. David Krejci gives up now. This is Nick Ritchie. Ritchie over the line for Boston. Ritchie to the near side, Coyle. He couldn't get a shot away. It rolls harmlessly to Frederik Andersen, who'll cover it up. Just under 3.5 to play in the second period. Toronto, who trailed by 4 earlier, trails by 2 now. Draw is going to be won by the Boston Bruins. David Pasternak. Back to the line to Brust. Torrey Krug. Poked down the wall. It's going to come now. Bergeron right in. So Marchand. Now that's Bergeron. Bergeron to Marchand. Back to Bergeron far side. Pasternak. He's got it side of the goal. Torrey Krug. Marchand in the middle. Down the wall. DeBrusk. Save the rebound. Kicked up. Bergeron robbed by Andersen. Cleared. Here come the Maple Leafs. 35 seconds to go on the Boston power play. Freddie Gauthier. Backhander. Stopped by Rask. Hold on to that with 26 seconds to go in the Bruin power play. 2.5 exactly to go in the second period. Face-off won and controlled by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Rasmus Sandin walks down the boards right in front. Hyman scores! Short-handed goal for Zach Hyman! Oh boy, it's 5-4 Bruins now. Sandin into the lineup just this afternoon, I should say. And Zach Hyman has his second of the game, second of the period. And the Maple Leafs from 5-1 down have got it to within a goal. It's 5-4. A short-handed goal, no less. It'll go as Hyman, short-handed from Sandin and Marner. Now out front, Ceci, backhander, stopped by Rask. Mark McAvoy's got it. We're back to 5-on-4. The Maple Leafs will go to the third period trailing by 1 unless you can get one here. Andreas Janssen shoots, stopped by Rask, kicked out. It's going to come now. Nick Ritchie now turned over nearly to Willie Nylander, but Ritchie's got it back. Up the far side, Charlie Coyle. Coyle into the middle, taken away by John Tavares. Here's Barry. Barry into the middle, Janssen. Janssen trying to get it back over to the captain, Tavares. He's got it now. Tavares in the battle down low with Matt Grishlick. Bruins get it out. 48 seconds to play. Trying to put it in deep. That'll go off the curved glass on the Boston bench and rule that a play. The whistle will go. Face off just outside the Maple Leaf blue line. What a game we're treated to here tonight. This afternoon. I keep saying tonight. Here's Par Lindholm. Right up. It's going to come Willie Nylander. Nylander over the line. Nylander in deep for Toronto. Riley trying to center it out front. Here's Andreas Janssen shooting. Oh, he hit the post. Janssen, he's got it again. He's got a goal tonight as well. Tries to get it down low. Krug intercepts. That'll do it for period number 2. Wow. Boston, who commanded a 5-1 lead, coughs it up, and it's now 5-4. Early strike for the Bruins in the third from Brad Marchand, 5-1, and the crowd thought it was all but over. We're taking a 3-2 lead to Toronto, but 3 goals later, and that one from Hyman. It's now 5-4. 1-goal game. It'll be a photo finish. Don't go anywhere for the second period shot. 16-10 for Toronto. Third period of the thrilling conclusion coming up right away here from the TD Garden in Boston, Mass. Boston 5, Toronto 4 in this best-of-7 series, which right now is tied up at 2 games apiece. Here come the Boston Bruins. This crowd on their feet, urging their Bruins on to victory to hold on. But the Maple Leafs will get it, and they will come out. Here's Mitch Marner into the middle. Matthews to Hyman. Shot stop made. Out front, there's Marner on a great stop by Tuukka Rask. He'll hold on to that one with 46 seconds gone here in period 1. Early chance for Toronto to tie this one up. 5-4, the Bruins lead. Game 6 tomorrow night in Ontario from the Scotiabank Arena. And it scores! The equalizer! Willie Nylander has tied the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's 5-5 early in the third. What a rally from Toronto tonight. William Nylander has tied it up. From 5-1 down, the Maple Leafs put the work boots on, and it's 5-5 with 19 to play here in the third. What an unbelievable rally from the Toronto Maple Leafs. The stunned crowd at the TD Garden, and the even more stunned Boston Bruins, who are reeling now. Here they come again. Andreas Janssen shoots, blocker, save made. by Tuukka Rask. With this amount of time left and all the momentum, Toronto's saying, screw this, let's go get it in regulation. And here's a chance, they score! Andreas Janssen, and Toronto leads 6-5 Maple Leafs. Second of the night for Andreas Janssen. Do you believe what you have witnessed? Maple Leafs dead to rights in the second period. We have witnessed a miracle in this game, a 5-1 deficit on road ice in Boston, where the Demons have tormented Toronto for so long, and now it's Alfred Mikheyev, and a great stop by Rask. What a game here, and maybe this was what was needed for the Leafs, this kind of exorcism, but right out front, a blocker saved by on Coyle. Now it's going to come to the near side. Brandon Carlo in deep. Now it's the Bruins desperate for the equalizer. Carlo up top, a shot blocked. Jake Muzzin will get it out to Mikheyev. Here is Ilya Mikheyev walking into the line. Shots and the rebound. Kapanen put wide on Rask. Game 6 tomorrow night in Toronto, regardless of the result in this one. The only question is who will face elimination. Moments ago, half an hour ago, I would have told you it was for sure the Maple Leafs. But what a turnaround from 5-1 down, leading 6-5 with 15 and a half to play in the third period. It is 6-5 for the Maple Leafs. Here's David Krejci over the line. Kevin Miller, DeBrusk, far side. Bjork stopped by Anderson. What a game. What a game. These two original 6 franchises have treated us to tonight. Another classic this afternoon between the Maple Leafs and the Bruins. Boston trying to tie it up now. Far side, Joachim Nordstrom. Par Lindholm. He's got it up the boards. Taken away from him and the Maple Leafs. They'll get it out. Here now it's Matt Grzelcyk in front. Lindholm shot blocked, and here come the Maple Leafs. 14 to play. Zach Hyman out front, and here's Marner, shot off the post. Out front it's going to come Kevin Miller. He's got the puck. Hyman intercepts in the neutral zone, and here comes Freddie Gauthier. Gauthier sends this one in deep. Miller up to Par Lindholm. Here come the Bruins, searching for the equalizer. 13 and a quarter to get it. A backhander there from Austin Wagner, blocked it away, and here come the Maple Leafs once more. Marner, Zach Hyman. Hyman on the near side. A backhander stopped by Rask. He'll freeze that one, and we'll get a draw. To the left here, to the right, excuse me, of Tuukka Rask. I cannot believe what we have witnessed this afternoon. Comeback of comebacks, but of course it's not over yet. The Maple Leafs lead 6-5, but the Bruins with 12-20, plenty capable of finding the equalizer themselves. As here come the Boston Bruins here, DeBrusk. Chara right out front. Matthews take it away. Here come the Maple Leafs. 3-on-2. Andreas Janssen with 2 tonight. Janssen shoots. Stopped by Rask. Flashes the leather on Janssen. 8:20 gone here in the third. The rally from Toronto. Down the wall, it comes in behind the net. Brad Marchand leads the rush up, and here come the Bruins. 2 goals from Marchand tonight. What a clutch hat trick that would be for him. Right off the Pasternak. Stop! Save! The rebound will come out front, and the Bruins controlled briefly, but turned it right back over to the Maple Leafs. Here's Tavares. Janssen, far side. Nylander couldn't get a shot away. Now here's Pasternak. Up the far side. Here's Bergeron. Bergeron tried to step around Dermott. Could not do so. Maple Leafs will come out. 10.5 to play in this third period. 6-5 Maple Leafs. Rasmus Sandin. Into the middle, it's going to go Dermott. Back to Sandin. Now looking for Nylander. Can't handle it. Here come the Bruins back the other way. Brad Marchand in over the line. Marchand into the middle. Bergeron. His shot blocked by Dermott, and the Maple Leafs get it out. John Tavares over the line. Into the middle. It's going to come to Sandin. His shot stopped by Rask. Bruins have control. Here's Charlie McAvoy through center. Gets it up to Coyle. Coyle to McAvoy. Shoots! Stopped by Anderson. 9.25 to play in the third. Are these teams capable of disappointing? Certainly not in this one. Here's a shot right off the draw from Boston. And a good stop, point blank, from Freddie Anderson to keep it a Toronto Maple Leaf lead. Slimmest of margins, only a goal. Here comes Kasha to Charlie Coyle. Carlo to Coyle, gets it back from Coyle. Far side Krug. Kasha to Coyle. In front, picked off Hyman. Here come the Maple Leafs. 8.25 to play here in the third period. Austin Matthews right in front. Hammers and scores! Austin Matthews, 7-5 Buds! He just stops up and uncorks that one by Tuukka Rask. And the wheels have completely come off the bus for the Boston Bruins in Game 5. A 5-1 lead evaporates. And now it's a 2-goal Maple Leaf advantage. In the back half of this third period. Clifford shooting, stopped by Rask. Jason Spezza. He has it at the line, turned over. Spezza got it back though. Grishlik right up to Austin Wagner. Wagner drops off Miller. Here's Joachim Nordstrom. Nordstrom, he's got it for Boston. Back to the point, Miller. Wagner down the boards near side. Centering pass picked off Freddie Gauthier. Now it's going to be there for Jason Spezza. Here come the Boston Bruins now. Kevin Miller leads the rush. The defenseman for Boston. Back to the line, Anders Bjork. His shot through traffic blocked, and the Maple Leafs will put this one in deep. 6.5 to play in the hockey game. Boston 5, Toronto 7. As the Maple Leafs. Now here's a backhander from in front. Poked off the stick by the goaltender, Freddie Anderson. Puck comes up. That is Anders Bjork. Bjork right out front. Wagner scores! Chris Wagner. And now it's a converted touchdown to an unconverted one. 7-6 for the Maple Leafs. The Bruins get it back to within a goal. Do we have a double comeback in store in Game 5 here on this Mother's Day afternoon in Boston? This game has gone from the Mother's Day Massacre to the Mother's Day Miracle. Will it be the Mother's Day Miracle times 2? Anders Bjork up to David Krejci, and he's got control of it. Drops off Bjork in the battle there with Cody Ceci. Comes up Kasperi Kapanen. Just over 5 to play. Down the stretch we come. 7-6 for Toronto here in Game 5. Tomorrow night will be an elimination game for one of these teams. Carlo, a drive blocked. Brandon Carlo in the corner. He comes up, back to the line, Krug. Carlo to Krug, a drive, high and wide. Over to the far side, Ilya Mikheyev. In the middle, knocked down in the slot, but the Bruins control. Here's Krejci, shoots, stops, save the rebound. Cleared by the Maple Leafs here. They'll carry it out. Mikheyev chips it in deep with 4 to play here at the Garden. Torrey Krug turns it over, Kapanen. Up top, Riley. Riley, Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen to Janssen. Now to Morgan Riley. And he can't keep it in. It'll come out. Here's Anders Bjork. 3:20 to play, third period. Carlo, a shot. Blocked. Carlo, far side, Chara. Bjork in front. Willie Nylander can't control. It's going to be put in deep there by Nylander. As here comes in front. There's Tavares. He shot it wide. Tavares nearly the dagger for Toronto, but now a 3-on-2 for the Bruins. Anders Bjork. He's got Pasternak with him. He goes out front looking for Krejci. Can't handle the pass. Krejci able to win a battle and keep it alive for Boston, though. Now the puck comes up to Andreas Janssen. He'll carry it out. 2 to play in the third. 7-6 for the Maple Leafs. Boston desperately seeking the equalizer. Not wanting to blow this one. Here's Ritchie. Ritchie over the line. Boston at 1 point, a 5-1 lead. Turned over. Here's Dermott. Dermott. He's got men with him over the line. Dermott puts it in deep. Buck 20 to play. Trying to get this one out front. It's going to come to Marner. Save the rebound. Oh, stopped by Rask. The Bruins win this one. Tie it up. Mark that one from Tuukka Rask. Icing, however, on Boston with 62 seconds to play. Face off to the right side of Tuukka Rask. Won by the Boston Bruins. They will have to get it out and get the goaltender out, but it's turned over in the neutral zone. Under a minute left. Kyle Clifford over the line for Toronto. Dropped off. Dermott, Sandin. Back to the line it's going to come. And 40 seconds now to go. Boston unable to get the goaltender out yet. Here's Charlie McAvoy. Zdeno Chara right up to Kasha. And now to the bench goes Rask. Empty net Boston, 6-on-5. Out front, a one-timer, Bergeron. Great stop by Anderson. And with 29.2 to play, Boston will get an offensive zone draw, 6-on-5. Empty net for the Bruins. Face-off, left side of Anderson, won by the Bruins. Grzelcyk shot blocked. Here's Dermott on the far side. He turns it over, passing back in front. Bergeron shoots, save the rebound. DeBrusk. Oh, what a stop by Anderson. DeBrusk right in front, a great chance. Now Bergeron again. Bergeron finds the net. Yes! The equalizer! What a game! The Bruins have tied it at 7. Do you believe what you have seen this afternoon in Boston, Massachusetts? A 5-1 lead erased by the Leafs. A 7-5 deficit erased by the Bruins. And with 13.2 overtime on the docket. Wow. This is beyond belief. As we got overtime in Game 5. David Pasternak, with seconds to play, ties the game at 7. And overtime, indeed, this game needed it. It had to happen. This game deserved overtime, and that's what we'll get. Next score wins and has a chance to move on tomorrow night in Toronto before overtime starts. Let's just take a look at this box score. So, Torrey Krug opens the scoring, 2:41 into the game from Ritchie and Carlo. 1-0 Bruins. 4:45, just over 2 minutes later, Krejci, 2-0 Bruins. Janssen gives the Leafs a little bit of life, cuts it in half. It's 2-1 Bruins. Ritchie gets one, 4-2. 3-1, sorry. Marchand, 4-1. That's after what? 4-1 Bees. 5-1 Boston. At 58 seconds into the second period, Brad Marchand, second of the game, fifth of the playoffs. This looks like it's the Mother's Day massacre, but it turns into the Mother's Day miracle. Hyman at 8:20, it's 5-2. Tavares, 2 minutes later exactly, it's 5-3. Late in the third, Hyman, it's 5-4. And then the Leafs go off to start the third, 55 seconds in, 5-5. Willie Nylander, his first of the postseason. What a big time to get that goal. 2:03, Andreas Janssen, it's 6-5. 11:52, Matthews, 7-5 Leafs. Looks like we're going back to Toronto, a 3-2 series lead for the Maple Leafs. But Chris Wagner with just over 5 to play, excuse me. makes it 7-6. And then with 13 seconds on the clock, David Pastrnak ties the game at 7. What a game. This is a joke. So here we go. Welcome back inside the TD Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. Next goal wins overtime between these two historic rivals, the Maple Leafs and the Bruins, and overtime is underway. Zach Hyman over the line, far side, his shot stopped by Rast. First shot of overtime, an easy save by Tuukka Rask. We shouldn't say easy save. I mean, it's 7-7. There have been saves have not been the story of this afternoon. As we'll have to push back the puck drop in the Penguins and Hurricanes. It'll probably be around 2:15 or so. Here's Marchand over the line to David Pastrnak. Pastrnak back to the point. Bergeron, Pastrnak again. Pastrnak to Bergeron. Now into the corner, Pastrnak trying to go out front. It's going to go roll right there harmlessly to Frederick Anderson, who'll cover it up. There's a $1.03 off the clock here in OT. What a game here tonight. Who will be the hero between Boston and Toronto? McAvoy at the line, unable to hold it in. Zdeno Chara. Chara centers it to Bergeron, who will put it in deep. Here is Tyson Barrie. Barrie gets it up to Zach Hyman. Hyman now to Matthews. Matthews over the line. Matthews drops off. Cody Ceci. Ceci in the middle. Shoots. Scores! Cody Ceci locks it up for the Maple Leafs in overtime here in Game 5. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will have a chance to advance to the Eastern Conference Final tomorrow night. 3-2, the Leafs lead the series. What a game here in Boston this afternoon. 8-7 the final. The Bruins tied up with this one, 13 to go. Off the bench comes Ceci early in overtime. And the Maple Leafs will go home with a 3-2 lead and winning all 3 in Boston to start this series. And they'll have a chance on home ice where they haven't won yet in the Eastern Conference semifinal. But a chance nonetheless to end the series and exorcise the demon that is the Boston Bruins for the Maple Leafs. Zach Hyman, he's your first star. 2 goals, 2 assists. Andreas Janssen, 2 goals and an assist. Your second star, Brad Marchand, 2 goals and an assist for Boston. He's your third star. Don't go anywhere if this game's any indication. Come back at 2:15. We will have the Penguins and the Hurricanes in Game 5 of that series. Penguins lead it 3-1, trying to end the series and move on to the Eastern Conference Final. Thanks for tuning into this one. I got to catch my